Hi, my name is Brother Prater. I made this video because I wanted to give a special recognition to a young lady that works at the Cotton Patch in Lake Worth, Texas. Her name is Cecily. Miss Cecily was my waitress when myself and my son went to her location. I went there on Monday, March the 4th of 2019. I went there with my son and she was my waitress. I was not feeling my best. Actually, that was the worst day of my life because that night my sister was killed. My close sister, my only sister, the sibling that was very close. We were, if you want to say, almost twins. We were actually 362 days apart from being twins. And she was the closest sibling that I've had in my heart. Well, it so happened that the night before they found my sister killed. She was killed by her boyfriend, fiance in a domestic violence situation. Actually, they said it was actually very, very violent. And I had just found out, let's say, like I said, that night it happened. And so I went on and picked up my son, and I had to tell my son what happened to his aunt. And immediately after I told him, they had it on the news. They interviewed myself, my father, and my nephew on the news on Channel 4, and I saw it, and it was, like I said, it was the worst day of my life. And so after I saw myself on the news, I went to go take my son to go eat. And like I said, I was not emotionally, mentally feeling my best. But Cotton Patch was always the place to go when I wanted to go take my son to eat. Well, we went, and to be honest with you, everything was pretty much a fog. It was like me going through the routine. And of course, my son knew that I was not emotionally doing my best. But we had the waitress, Miss Cecily. She came in. She was very upbeat. I remember her taking our order, and I just ordered soup. Really didn't have an appetite. And so after our food came and we pretty much was quiet, and she checked on us. Well, I asked for the bill, and so she noticed that I didn't really eat a whole lot, and she asked me if I was feeling okay. And I told her what happened. And Miss Cecily, she said, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I remember her coming behind me, and she put her hand on my shoulder to tell me that she'll be praying for me. And she asked me, "Can I give you a hug?" And that meant so much to me. When she came and gave me a hug, I remember just bawling on her shoulders. And she told me everything was going to be all right. And she assured me that she was going to be praying for me and my family. And I know to some people, they might be small. To some people, it may be out of the job description. But she didn't look at me as a customer. She looked at me as someone that was hurting. And out of that time of me being there, I remember that the most. I really couldn't remember how she looked, but I remember how she felt. I picked her up in the spirit. I picked her up, and I saw a young lady that really was concerned about customers, about people. And so since then, I've been going to Cotton Patch. I wanted to look to see who that young lady was. I couldn't remember much, except for I knew that she was a Hispanic young lady with long hair. That was pretty much all I remember. And so, like I said, that was on March the 4th. And I felt the need to go on this particular day, which was Friday, May the 17th. My son and I went. Now, since then, we've buried my sister, and God has really helped me and encouraged me. And so when I went on Friday, May the 17th, there was a young lady that she looked familiar. And those that work up there, they've seen me from time to time come in and out, even before my sister was killed. And so I took a chance and I asked the young lady, I said, ma'am, the one that actually was our waitress. I said, ma'am, do you remember? I said, I know it might have been a couple of months ago, but do you remember when someone was sitting on the corner that was not feeling their best, had lost a sister? She said, yeah, that person ordered soup. And she went into detail. She said, yeah, I remember. What about him? I said, ma'am, that was me. Come to find out, the waitress I was looking for was actually the waitress that was here to serve us on that particular day, which was yesterday. And I was so excited. I finally got a chance to know who that young lady was that took enough time to pray for me, to love on me and my family in the midst of losing my sister. And so after I found out who she was and us receiving our food, and after that, when it was time to pay the bill, I paid the bill and I asked for the manager. I asked for the manager because I wanted the manager to know the story of that young lady that so happened to be our waitress now, which her name being Miss Cecily. I wanted to make sure that the manager knew who she really have on her staff, because she had more than just a waitress. She had a heaven-sent helper that was here to help me at the time of my bereavement. And so I wanted to give her a public recognition to the manager, and even some of the customers that was around was able to hear, because when I told the manager the story, I stood up to say it in the store, in the restaurant. And I wanted to show her how much I appreciated her. And so when I found out that I could be able to let corporate know, I wanted to make sure they didn't have to ask me. I told them I wanted to make sure that Cotton Patch Corporation know about the young lady that helped me in my time of hurt, Miss Cecily, which is in the Lake Worth location. Miss Cecily helped me at the worst time of my life. So I want to thank publicly, nationwide, globally, I wanted to thank Miss Cecily for helping me, helping my family at the time that we really, not just the time that we needed it, but at the time that I wanted it. So I thank you. I thank you, Cotton Patch, for hiring such a heaven-sent helper. I want to thank the franchise. I want to thank the location that's in Lake Worth for hiring her. But also, I want to thank Miss Cecily. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for you being the intercessor, the prayer warrior that helped me, help my family during the most tragic time of my life. So I thank you any way I could be of help. And if y'all want more information about me, if y'all want me to continue to tell the story or even go into more detail, you can feel free to contact me. My name is Brother Prater, 214-908-3056. I will put my information along on this video. I would actually tag it on. But I want to thank you, Miss Cecily. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And know that the prayers that you sent up were not in vain. But also to let you know that I'm praying for you. And I'm praying for you, and I hope and pray that there are more people, not just working at Cotton Patch, but more people that are working in restaurants, working at the grocery store, servicing people. I hope and pray that they pattern themselves after you. You've been so much of a blessing to me. And I will never, ever, ever forget what you did for me. What you did have been engraved in my mind and in my heart. And I thank you for it. So I pray that more people watch this video. I hope and pray that this video even ministers and encourages those who may be a waiter or a waitress. And they may be thinking that who they are may not be important to me. But I want you to know you are important. You are very important. There are people that are watching you. There are people that are needing you. So just know that you're more than just someone that's servicing, knowing that we're here to serve you. So I thank you for watching this video. I pray that something is said to encourage each and every one of you all. So thank you, thank you, thank you. On behalf of the Prater family, I thank you and I bless you. Thank you.